Isn't that Abu what's his name?
Yeah, the very same.
What's the relevance of this?
Just watch.
Well, why are you showing me?
Shh, wait, look, when the camera pans.
Oh my giddy aunt. Bingo!
I told you you'd like it.
Oh, get me central office.
No, not just yet.
Well, this is dynamite.
Yeah. You're going on question time, aren't you?
This Thursday.
So's he.
Oh, yes, I see now.
They're bound to ask about the bombing.
First question.
And he's got to condemn it, hasn't he?
No other choice.
And then as soon as he's finished, you jump straight in?
If Mr. Ainsworth is opposed to this atrocity, as he claims, he might like to explain what he was doing, standing on a platform, vigorously applauding a speech by the very terrorist who perpetrated the appalling murder of innocent schoolchildren.
We'll release the video just before the programme goes out.
Sit back and enjoy, as that vulgar little pinko's political ambitions bite the dust.
Have I done well?
You've excelled yourself, Ricardo.
It's Ricky.
All the same, I prefer Ricardo. It's more dashing, more romantic, wouldn't you say? Oh, this little expose will do my prospects no end of good.
Am I?
Sorry.
Well, kind of hoping it might do me some good too.
What sort of good?
I don't know, there are a number of constituencies coming up.
Oh, come on, man. You're not even remotely in the frame for something like that.
I could be. If my part in Ainsworth's downfall came to central office's attention.
Oh, you are ambitious, aren't you?
Is ambition a fault?
Well, many would consider it so, but it's a quality I find rather attractive.
Well, then if there's anything you could do to help, I mean, I'll be most appreciative.
Would you now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyway, better leave you to the little red boxes, haven't
No. The boxes can wait. The night is young. And there's a fine malt on offer.
Thanks all the same, but I've got to go.
Oh, come on, Ricardo. You're not going to be a spoiled sport, are you?
Why don't we all go out for a drink together? You and your wife, me and my girlfriend.
Girlfriend? You surprise me.
Do I?
Still, wives and girlfriends can have their uses in this game.
What uses?
You know, for someone so politically streetwise, you come across as touchingly naive at times.
Sorry, in some things I guess I'm just not very worldly.
Is that so? Listen, tonight, why don't we leave wives and girlfriends out of this, just this once? Just you and me. You never know, we might even get to talk about that constituency idea of yours. What are you doing?
Texting my girlfriend to tell her I'll be late home.
Oh, splendid! I just knew you'd be open to temptation. Whiskey?
Please.
Ricardo, naughty.
What?
Classified information.
Oh really? Sorry. Didn't know. Just wanted to see what was inside.
The secrets that come with power, that's what.
Oh, right.
Have you ever wondered what it feels like to have access to all that power?
Yeah. Quite a lot, actually.
Thank you. Yes, it's intoxicating, heady, more addictive than any drug they ever peddled you on that estate you clawed your way out of.
Well, that's something I think I'd like to experience for myself.
Well, you know, Ricardo, when I encounter drive and passion like yours, I feel it's my duty to nurture that individual, to help him onto the next rung of the ladder.
So you'll help me with the constituency?
Little word of advice. No running before you can walk.
But what about that speech the PM gave?
Which one?
About how our candidates need to better reflect society. Wow, what's so funny?
The idea that you actually believed it.
Alright, so where exactly does someone like me fit in?
Well, you, Ricardo, are the Batavian to my Roman legionnaire.
Batavian? What's Batavian?
Didn't they teach you history at that comprehensive of yours?
Nah, we only did the Second World War.
The Batavi were an ancient Germanic tribe who stood loyally by the Romans, helping them to defend the empire against the incursions of the barbarian hordes.
Right. And all this loyalty, did it do him any good?
It did, until they got ideas above their station, compelling the Romans firmly to put them in their place.
Right. That's why I want to be a Roman and not just a Batavian.
Do you indeed? It seems that you are even more ambitious than I thought. So, what would you be prepared to do to be received into the ranks of the Romans?
Whatever it takes.
Well, we must see what we can do to assist you then.
A constituency then.
I was thinking more about that senior caseworker vacancy.
A caseworker?
Very important job, helping an MP to redress his constituents' most deeply felt injustices.
What? Parking fines, potholes and dog shit?
You do know it comes with a car.
Interesting.
And an expense account.
Oh, really?
Not to mention a 30% salary increase.
Did you say 50%?
I believe I did.
Interesting. It is interesting. You know what? I think I will take it. Thank you.
Oh, there's no need to thank me. It's what people like us do.
Sorry?
Help each other along, do each other little favours. One favour repays another, that sort of thing.
Oh, well, like the old school tie.
Exactly. You've got it. Like the old school tie. You've got it in one, Ricardo. So, tell me then, what will you give me in return for the favour I'm doing you?
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, I think you do, Ricardo. I think we understand one another perfectly. Oh, come on, Ricardo, don't play hard to get.
Get off me! I can't believe you just did that.
Ah, Ricky!
I take it you called me in here to offer an apology.
You should know that politicians never apologise.
If that's the case, why am I here?
So that you can explain to me why you ran out of here last night throwing a hissy fit.
I was shocked and disgusted.
What? By your own behaviour? By what that girlfriend of yours might think if she knew what you'd been up to?
You sexually assaulted me.
It takes two to tango.
Well, I wasn't dancing to your tune.
Well, you made a good job of fooling me.
You're trying to pass this off as some kind of misunderstanding, are you?
Oh, there was no misunderstanding. It was perfectly clear what was going on.
Well, as we seem to have differing recollections of events, it's just as well there's an independent record. Sure, I understand.
Why did you...
Just wait.
Why did you record our private conversation?
I felt vulnerable.
Vulnerable? What do you plan to do? Take it to central office?
No. No. The press, actually. You know, I'm quite certain I'm not the only one who's suffered against this disgusting behaviour, and if I go public with it, well, it might encourage others to come forward.
I'd be wary of going to the press if I were you.
Would you?
Well, you know what they're like. 1 minute they're on your side, and the next, at the slightest pretext, they're destroying you.
Point taken. But if I want to help all those suffering abuse, I don't see what someone in my lowly position could do otherwise. Unless...
Unless what?
Well, if I had a constituency like we talked about, well then, that'd give me the platform I need and I wouldn't have to bother with all this tricky press business.
And let me guess, you want me to help you find this constituency?
It'll have to be a safe seat, of course.
Me helping some unknown to a safe seat would raise all sorts of alarm bells within the party. Further down the line, my rivals might use it against me.
Well, That's just a chance you're going to have to take.
I'm not in the habit of leaving things to chance.
You're not refusing me, are you?
I'm afraid I am.
Oh, Minister, I advise you to think very carefully before giving your final word.
Oh, Ricky, I can assure you I have.
I'm not playing here.
I never doubted for 1 second that you were.
Then be in no doubt that if you don't do what I say, I'm out of that door, I'll go straight to the press, hand over the tape, and you, my friend, are finished.
Oh, you really do have a ruthless streak, don't you?
Yeah, well, if you grew up where I did, you'd have learned to be ruthless too to get out of a shithole like that.
Well, don't fool yourself that your deprived origins give you a monopoly on ruthlessness. After all, this party of ours is renowned for it.
Yeah. And watch how quickly they drop you when they see your name plastered all over those sleazy headlines.
No, Ricky, wait.
Changed your mind?
Come here. If you're going to be a serious player in politics, you need to familiarise yourself with the red boxes.
The boxes?
Well, you said you were curious to know what was in them. Be my guest. Go ahead.
Why is my name on this?
Because it's for you. Open. As you can see, I've been doing my research. Strange thing is, couldn't find any reference to that girlfriend of yours. Perhaps not surprising, given your fondness for frequenting gay bars and picking up married men.
What do you mean, married men?
Well, that's what it said in the record of the court proceedings. After all, what's the point in trying to blackmail someone who's already out?
How do you have all this on me?
Well, the moment you approached me for a job, I just knew I had to have you. I thought your ambition would be enough. It usually is for the more desperate kind of applicant like yourself. But just in case things get a tad awkward, one soon learns in my position it's best to have an insurance policy.
Insurance policy?
In case an upstart like you decides to get above themselves. So, tell me, do you still intend to go bleating to the press?
No.
And the constituency seat?
You're right. Maybe I'm not ready yet.
No, you'll never be ready. You're not cut from the right cloth.
What are you going to do with this?
Well, nothing, hopefully. As I said, it's merely an insurance policy.
And my job? You're gonna fire me?
No, of course not. What could I possibly do without my Batavian?
Thank you, Mr. Dundas. I'm really grateful.
I know you are.
Well, let's get back to work, isn't it?
Not so fast. If you recall, you and I have some unfinished business to attend to, haven't we? Ricardo?